There's been a ton of speculation that Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler might fight in December after all. Conor McGregor tweeted out a photo that supposedly came off the UFC Fight Pass website that showed UFC 296 Chandler vs. McGregor. Now, Dana White was asked about this fight happening in December, and of course he said the photo is not real and that someone created a fake photo. However, Dana White never said Conor and Chandler won't fight in December and never gave a clear answer on when they will fight. So this fight could still happen in December after all, because we haven't heard anything from USADA and the UFC hasn't been clear on when McGregor will be ready. So with that being said, I have seen a ton of posts regarding Michael Chandler and how he is going to beat Conor McGregor. This video may be controversial, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I do not think Michael Chandler is a top 10 UFC lightweight right now. I believe the champion Islam Makhachev all the way to the ranked 10th fighter Grant Dawson could beat Michael Chandler right now. There's no doubt that Chandler is good, he's just not that good. He has holes in his striking, movement, and has terrible fighting IQ. Chandler has only 2 wins in the UFC, and I believe both wins were kind of flukish. Chandler's first win in the UFC was against Dan Hooker, and the fight only lasted 2 minutes. Chandler had a good combo and rushed Hooker and knocked him out, which I will say it was a good knockout. It just felt like a weird fight and a bad night for Dan Hooker. It seemed like he had the nerves get to him. Chandler's second win came against Tony Ferguson, and in the first round, it was clear. Tony Ferguson won and beat Chandler in that first round. He was up 1-0. In the second round, Chandler came out and threw that insane front kick out of nowhere at the start of the second round and knocked out Tony Ferguson, which it did feel like a lucky shot. Yes, it was a great knockout, but we all knew that was a fluke. It was so random and was just a lucky shot. But I will say those are 2 good wins in the UFC, but they are flukish. But for people to say he is a great fighter and that he will beat Conor or he will be a champion one day is just insane to say. Chandler lost to Oliveira because he underestimated Oliveira's striking and didn't respect his power and ended up getting knocked out. And I think the same thing will happen if he faces Conor McGregor. I don't think he will respect Conor's striking, his power, and end up screwing himself over like he does in every other fight he loses. Chandler had a wild fight with Gaethje where he only had 1 takedown and decided to just strike with Gaethje instead of using the clinch game and try and take him down. Gaethje knocked out Dustin Poirier, and just we all know he has insane leg kicks, insane striking, has great power. And Chandler decided to brawl with him instead of trying to use his wrestling to win. And finally, Chandler versus Dustin. Chandler had a lot of chances to be dominant and beat Poirier and had many moments where he could have won, but he decided to brawl it out or go for an insane finish instead of just winning the fight. In the third round, Michael Chandler picked up Dustin Poirier and slammed him down and was so fast to put his hooks in and try and submit Dustin that Dustin ended up reversing Chandler and ended up choking him out. It just shows Chandler has terrible fighting IQ, and I think he will show a lot of mistakes and show all of his holes once again against Conor McGregor. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you think will win, Chandler or Conor McGregor. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe.